go out walking after midnight.
Patsy Cline remains one of the most iconic and influential voices in the history of country music. Her powerful vocals, emotional delivery, and ability to transcend musical genres helped pave the way for future generations of female artists in a male-dominated industry. Cline's career, though tragically cut short by her untimely death in 1963, left an indelible mark on the world of music. This documentary explores the life of Patsy Cline, from her humble beginnings to her rise to stardom, the controversies that surrounded her, and the enduring legacy she left behind. Early life and background. Born Virginia Patterson Hensley. On September 8, 1932, in Winchester, Virginia, Patsy Cline grew up in a working-class family during the Great Depression, a period that profoundly shaped her outlook and character. She was the first of 3 children born to Samuel Lawrence Hensley, a blacksmith, and Hilda Virginia Patterson, a homemaker with a love for music that she passed down to her daughter. From an early age, Patsy was surrounded by the sounds of country music and hymns, which were the musical backdrop of her childhood. Her father's work was unstable, often leaving the family in dire financial straits. This instability was compounded by her father's abusive behavior, which created a turbulent home environment. Despite these hardships, Patsy found solace in music, developing a passion that would become the driving force of her life. Cline's musical journey began at home, where her mother would sing and play the piano, encouraging Patsy to join in and nurture her budding talent. Hilda was a constant source of support, often bringing Patsy along to sing at local church gatherings and community events. It was here that Patsy first began to develop her distinctive vocal style, characterized by a rich, resonant voice that could convey a wide range of emotions. Her talent was evident early on. By the age of 8, Patsy was already known in her community for her powerful singing voice. Encouraged by the positive response, she began to dream of a career in music, often telling her mother that she was going to be a famous singer one day. However, Patsy's childhood was not without its challenges. When she was just 13, she contracted a severe throat infection and rheumatic fever, which nearly took her life. While bedridden for several weeks, Patsy began to pray and ask for a sign of her destiny. After recovering, she claimed her voice had deepened and matured, a transformation she believed was a gift from God. This experience solidified her resolve to pursue a career in music, and she began performing more regularly at local talent shows and fairs, where her powerful voice and charismatic presence quickly earned her a reputation as a force to be reckoned with. By the time she was a teenager, Patsy's dream of becoming a professional singer was becoming more concrete, but her personal life was growing increasingly difficult. Her father abandoned the family when she was 15 years old, forcing Patsy to drop out of high school to help support her mother and 2 younger siblings. She took on various odd jobs, including working as a waitress, a soda jerk, and at a poultry plant, where she would sing to herself and anyone who would listen. Despite these challenges, her focus never strayed far from her musical ambitions. She spent her evenings performing at local clubs and radio stations, tirelessly honing her craft and building a small but loyal following. Patsy's big break came in the early 1950s when she began performing on local radio stations. Her unique voice and magnetic stage presence caught the attention of Jimmy McCoy, a local country singer and radio host who recognized her potential and became an early mentor. McCoy helped her land a spot on the Town and Country Jamboree, a popular radio show broadcast out of Washington, D.C. This exposure was a turning point for Patsy, providing her with a platform to reach a larger audience and showcase her talent. She quickly became a regular on the regional country music circuit, performing at honky-tonks, clubs, and fairs across Virginia and the surrounding states. During these early years, Patsy's performances were characterized by a raw, unpolished energy that captivated audiences and hinted at the star she would become. She had a natural ability to connect with her audience, often making eye contact and engaging with them in a way that made each performance feel personal and intimate. Her deep, resonant voice, which could effortlessly move from a soft whisper to a powerful belt, set her apart from other singers of the time. She was not afraid to take risks on stage, experimenting with different vocal styles and inflections to convey the emotion of each song. This fearless approach to performance, combined with her undeniable talent, began to attract the attention of music industry professionals, setting the stage for her eventual rise to fame. Patsy's tenacity and determination to succeed were evident to those around her. She often faced skepticism and criticism, particularly as a woman trying to break into the male-dominated world of country music. Yet, she never let these obstacles deter her. Instead, they fueled her drive to prove herself and to make a name for herself on her own terms. She was known for her relentless work ethic, often driving hundreds of miles to perform at small venues for little pay, just for the chance to sing. Her dedication to her craft and her willingness to put in the hard work began to pay off as she gained more recognition and opportunities. By the mid-1950s, Patsy had become a well-known figure in the Washington, D.C. area music scene. Her powerful voice and stage presence, combined with her striking good looks and charismatic personality, made her a standout performer. She began to attract the attention of record producers and executives who were intrigued by her potential and eager to see if she could make the transition from local star to national sensation. This period of her life was marked by both excitement and uncertainty, as she faced the daunting challenge of breaking into the highly competitive world of commercial country music. Despite the odds, Patsy's determination and talent would soon propel her to heights she had only dreamed of, marking the beginning of a remarkable career that would change the face of country music forever. The early struggles and the path to stardom. In 1954, Patsy Cline signed her first recording contract with 4 Records, a small label in Nashville, Tennessee. The contract was restrictive, giving the label control over the songs she could record and limiting her creative input. Despite these constraints, Cline recorded a series of singles that showcased her unique voice, though none achieved significant commercial success. During this period, Cline struggled to find her footing in the highly competitive music industry. Her early recordings were heavily influenced by honky-tonk, a popular style at the time, but Cline's versatility and emotional depth suggested that she was capable of much more. In 1957, Patsy Cline's career took a significant turn when she appeared on the nationally televised show Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts. Her performance of "Walkin' After Midnight," a song she initially did not want to record, catapulted her to national fame. The song's success was unexpected but monumental. It reached number 2 on the Billboard Country chart and number 12 on the pop charts, making Cline a household name virtually overnight. "Walkin' After Midnight" showcased Cline's ability to blend country with pop sensibilities, a fusion that would become her trademark. However, despite the success of "Walkin' After Midnight," Cline's career did not immediately soar. She remained under contract with 4 Records, which limited her ability to capitalize on her newfound fame. The label's restrictive terms prevented her from recording material that truly suited her style and voice, leading to a series of singles that failed to match the success of "Walkin' After Midnight." During this period, Cline faced significant challenges, both professionally and personally. She was navigating the complexities of the music industry while dealing with the pressures of fame and a tumultuous personal life. A turning point with Decca Records. In 1960, Cline signed with Decca Records, a major label that would provide her with the resources and opportunities she needed to reach new heights. Under the guidance of legendary producer Owen Bradley, Cline began to develop a more sophisticated sound that blended traditional country with elements of pop. Bradley recognized Cline's unique vocal talent and helped her select songs that highlighted her emotional range and depth. This collaboration marked a turning point in Cline's career, as she began to find her true voice as an artist. Her first major hit with Decca was I Fall to Pieces, released in 1961. The song was a massive success, reaching #1 on the Billboard Country chart and crossing over to the pop charts. I Fall to Pieces marked the beginning of a new era for Patsy Cline, as she began to dominate the country music scene with a string of hits that showcased her versatility as an artist. Her follow-up single, Crazy, written by Willie Nelson, became one of her most iconic songs. Crazy displayed Cline's ability to convey heartbreak and longing with unparalleled emotion, solidifying her status as a country music superstar. The release of Crazy was a pivotal moment in Cline's career. The song became a massive crossover hit, reaching #2 on the Billboard Country chart and #9 on the pop charts. Its success demonstrated Cline's ability to appeal to a broad audience, bridging the gap between country and pop music. Crazy remains one of the most recognizable songs in country music history, and Cline's rendition is widely regarded as the definitive version. Her soulful, emotive delivery captured the pain and vulnerability of the lyrics, making it a timeless classic. A near-fatal car accident and a triumphant return. Just as her career was reaching new heights, Cline faced a life-threatening challenge. In June 1961, she was involved in a serious car accident in Madison, Tennessee, that left her with multiple injuries, including a broken wrist, a dislocated hip, and severe facial lacerations. The accident occurred when another car ran a red light and collided with the vehicle Cline was in. The impact was so severe that Cline was thrown through the windshield, suffering cuts that required extensive stitches and left her with a noticeable scar on her forehead. The accident was a significant setback, requiring months of recovery and rehabilitation. Despite the severity of her injuries, Cline's determination and resilience shone through. She was back on stage just 2 months after the accident, performing at the Grand Ole Opry, with her arm still in a sling. Her return to the stage was a testament to her strength and dedication to her craft. Fans and peers were amazed by her tenacity, and her ability to perform despite her injuries only added to her legend. Following her recovery, Cline continued to record and release a string of hits, including She's Got You, When I Get Through With You, So Wrong, and Leavin' on Your Mind. Each release demonstrated her growing confidence as a performer and her ability to connect with listeners on a deeply emotional level. Her music continued to blur the lines between country and pop, appealing to a broad audience and solidifying her position as a leading artist in both genres. Cline's ability to convey deep emotion through her music, coupled with her distinctive voice and style, made her one of the most beloved figures in country music. Personal life and struggles. Behind the scenes, Patsy Cline's personal life was often as turbulent as her career. Her first marriage to Gerald Cline
in 1953,
a construction industry mogul in 1953, was marked by stark contrasts between their lifestyles and aspirations. Gerald was a wealthy businessman, and his world was far removed from the honky-tonk stages and recording studios that Patsy frequented. Although he provided financial stability, Gerald struggled to understand Patsy's passion for music and her relentless drive to succeed in a male-dominated industry. The marriage became strained as Patsy's career began to take off. She spent long hours on the road and in the studio, leaving Gerald feeling isolated and disconnected. By 1957, the couple decided to divorce, largely due to Patsy's growing career and Gerald's inability to cope with her ambitions and the demands of her music career. Patsy's focus was on her career, and she was determined to make a name for herself in the music industry, even if it meant sacrificing her personal life. Her resolve to prioritize her music over her marriage was a reflection of her commitment to her craft and her desire to break free from traditional gender roles. Shortly after her divorce from Gerald, Patsy married Charlie Dick, a linotype operator she met in Nashville while trying to navigate the burgeoning music scene. Their relationship was intense and passionate from the start, fueled by a mutual attraction and a shared love of music and dancing. Charlie was handsome and charismatic, and he seemed to understand Patsy's dreams in a way Gerald never had. However, their marriage was also fraught with difficulties from the beginning. Charlie was known for his volatile temper and heavy drinking, which often led to heated arguments and separations. Patsy, too, had a fiery personality and was not one to back down, which sometimes escalated their conflicts. Friends and family often witnessed the couple's loud disputes, which were sometimes followed by equally passionate reconciliations. Despite the challenges, Patsy and Charlie had 2 children together, Julie and Randy. Patsy found a sense of stability and fulfillment in her role as a mother, cherishing the time she spent with her children. She often spoke of her children as her greatest joy, and she made efforts to balance her demanding career with her responsibilities at home. Patsy was a devoted mother who tried to provide her children with a loving and nurturing environment, despite the chaos that sometimes surrounded their home life. However, her marriage to Charlie remained tumultuous, with frequent fights and reconciliations. Their relationship was a roller coaster of emotions, marked by moments of deep affection and periods of intense discord. Patsy's career success added strain to the marriage, as Charlie sometimes felt overshadowed by her fame and resented the time she spent away from home. Cline's personal struggles extended beyond her marriage. Throughout her life, she faced significant health issues that posed serious challenges to her career. She suffered from recurring throat infections, which were particularly debilitating for a singer. Each infection threatened to derail her career, causing her to miss performances and recording sessions. Additionally, her 1961 car accident left her with lasting injuries, including a broken wrist and dislocated hip, which caused her considerable pain and required a lengthy recovery period. The accident also left her with a scar on her forehead, a constant reminder of the trauma she had endured. Patsy was determined not to let these setbacks define her, and she often performed through pain and exhaustion to fulfill her commitments to her fans and her career. Despite these obstacles, Cline remained fiercely dedicated to her music. She was known for her professionalism and work ethic, often going above and beyond to ensure that her performances were flawless. Even when she was in pain or feeling unwell, Patsy delivered powerful performances that captivated audiences and showcased her incredible vocal range. Her determination to succeed, even in the face of adversity, was a testament to her resilience and passion for music. She refused to let her personal struggles or health challenges hold her back, and she continued to push forward, driven by her love for music and her desire to connect with her audience. Patsy's relentless drive and commitment to her craft often came at a personal cost. The demands of her career left little time for rest, and she frequently found herself juggling multiple responsibilities as a performer, wife, and mother. She was constantly on the move, whether it was traveling to performances, recording sessions, or promotional appearances. The toll on her physical and emotional health was significant, but Patsy rarely complained. She was determined to build a lasting legacy in the music industry, and she understood that this required hard work and sacrifice. Her friends and colleagues often marveled at her resilience and ability to persevere despite the many challenges she faced. Throughout her life, Patsy also battled insecurities and the pressures of living up to her own high standards. She was her own harshest critic, and often worried about whether her voice was strong enough or if her performances were up to par. This self-imposed pressure drove her to constantly strive for perfection, both in the studio and on stage. Patsy was known for her meticulous approach to her work, spending hours rehearsing and refining her vocal delivery to ensure that every note was perfect. Her dedication to her craft was unwavering, and she was willing to do whatever it took to achieve her goals. Patsy's perseverance and dedication to her music earned her the respect and admiration of her peers, who saw her as a trailblazer for female artists in country music. She broke down barriers and challenged the norms of her time, proving that women could be just as successful and influential as men in the music industry. Her legacy as a pioneer and role model for future generations of female artists is a testament to her strength, resilience, and unwavering commitment to her craft. Despite the personal struggles and health challenges she faced, Patsy Cline's passion for music never wavered, and her contributions to the world of country music continue to be celebrated to this day. Controversies and allegations. While Patsy Cline is widely celebrated for her contributions to country music, her career was not without controversy. One of the most significant controversies surrounding Cline involved her assertive personality and her unwillingness to conform to the expectations placed on female artists at the time. Cline was known for her strong will and determination to succeed on her own terms. She demanded respect from her male peers and was often vocal about the double standards that existed in the music industry. Cline's assertiveness sometimes led to conflicts with industry executives and fellow artists. She was known for her no-nonsense attitude and her refusal to be patronized or taken advantage of. This demeanor, while earning her the respect of many, also led to a reputation for being difficult or hard to work with, particularly in a male-dominated industry that was not accustomed to outspoken women. However, Cline's determination to stand up for herself and her artistry was groundbreaking and paved the way for future female artists to assert themselves in the industry. There were also rumors and allegations regarding Cline's personal life, particularly her relationships with other men during her marriage to Charlie Dick. Some speculated that she had extramarital affairs, a topic that was considered scandalous at the time. These rumors, however, remain largely unsubstantiated and were likely fueled by the same cultural biases that often targeted successful women in the public eye. Despite the gossip, Cline maintained her focus on her career and continued to produce hit after hit, solidifying her status as a trailblazer in country music. Patsy Cline's impact on country music is immeasurable. She was one of the first female artists to cross over into the pop charts, bringing a broader audience to country music and helping to break down the barriers between genres. Her powerful voice, emotional delivery, and unique blend of country and pop set a new standard for female artists, challenging the traditional notions of what country music could be. Cline's success paved the way for future generations of female country artists, including Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, Tammy Wynette, and Reba McEntire, who have all cited her as a significant influence on their careers. Cline's influence extended beyond her music. She was a pioneer in the industry, fighting for equal rights and fair treatment for female artists. She was a founding member of the Country Music Association, CMA, an organization that has since played a crucial role in promoting country music and supporting artists. Her advocacy for women in the music industry helped to challenge the status quo and create opportunities for future generations of female artists. Patsy Cline's music has continued to resonate with audiences long after her death. Her songs have been covered by countless artists across genres, and her recordings remain popular with fans of all ages. Her ability to convey emotion through her voice and connect with listeners on a deep, personal level has ensured that her music remains timeless. She has been posthumously inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, the Virginia Country Music Hall of Fame, and the Hollywood Walk of Fame, among others. These honors reflect her enduring impact on the world of music and her legacy as one of the greatest singers of all time. On March 5, 1963, Patsy Cline's life was tragically cut short when she died in a plane crash near Camden, Tennessee. She was returning home to Nashville from a benefit concert in Kansas City, Missouri, when the small aircraft she was traveling in encountered severe weather and crashed. The crash also claimed the lives of fellow country artists Hawkshaw Hawkins and Cowboy Copas, as well as her manager and pilot Randy Hughes. The news of Cline's death shocked the music world, and tributes poured in from fans and fellow artists alike. Cline's untimely death at the age of 30 left a void in the music industry that has never been filled. Her passing marked the end of a career that was still on the rise, leaving fans and critics to wonder what she might have accomplished had she lived longer. Despite her short career, Cline's impact on country music and the broader music industry is undeniable. Her ability to transcend genre boundaries and connect with audiences on a deep emotional level has ensured her place in music history as one of the greatest vocalists of all time. In the years since her death, Patsy Cline's legacy has only grown. Her music continues to be celebrated and discovered by new generations of fans, and her influence can be heard in the work of countless artists across genres. Her story has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, including the 1985 biopic Sweet Dreams, which starred Jessica Lange as Cline and brought her story to a new audience. The film was a critical and commercial success, further cementing Cline's status as a cultural icon. Patsy Cline's influence on modern music is vast and varied. Her approach to song interpretation, characterized by a deep emotional connection to the lyrics and a willingness to take risks with her voice, has inspired countless artists in country music and beyond. Singers like K.D. Lang, Martina McBride, and Trisha Yearwood have all cited Cline as a major influence, often referencing her ability to convey vulnerability and strength simultaneously. Her music has been covered by a wide range of artists, from Leanne Rimes to Cyndi Lauper, demonstrating her cross-genre appeal and timeless relevance. In addition to her musical influence, Cline's personal story of perseverance and resilience continues to resonate with artists and fans alike. Her ability to navigate the challenges of the music industry, maintain her artistic integrity, and achieve success on her own terms serves as an enduring inspiration. Cline's journey from a small-town girl with big dreams to a trailblazing icon of country music is a testament to the power of determination and self-belief. Patsy Cline's life and career also offer important lessons about the evolving role of women in the music industry. Her fight for artistic control and fair treatment helped to challenge the gender norms of her time, paving the way for future generations of female artists to assert themselves in the industry. Her legacy as a trailblazer and advocate for women in country music continues to inspire discussions about gender equality and representation in the music business. Patsy Cline's legacy is one of groundbreaking achievements, unparalleled vocal talent, and a relentless drive to break barriers in a male-dominated industry. Her voice, full of emotion and authenticity, captured the hearts of millions and continues to inspire artists across genres. From her early days struggling to break into the music industry to her rise as one of country music's first crossover stars, Patsy Cline's story is one of resilience, passion, and a commitment to her craft. Despite her untimely death, Cline's music and influence endure, a testament to her remarkable talent and the profound impact she had on the world of music. Her songs continue to be played, covered, and celebrated by artists and fans around the world, keeping her spirit alive and ensuring that her legacy remains as powerful as ever. As we look back on the life and career of Patsy Cline, it is clear that she was not just a great singer, but a true pioneer who changed the course of country music forever. Her contributions to the music industry and her influence on generations of artists make Patsy Cline an enduring icon, whose music will continue to touch hearts and inspire future generations for years to come.